Now, what is that, vanity? I actually don't like that translation. I usually really like the ESV. But the problem with vain is that it doesn't actually mean in modern English what it used to mean. Like if I say you are vain, what do I mean by that? You're arrogant, or you have some puffed up sense of self. Now there's something in that that's getting at the real meaning. But in the old English, the word vain meant something like false. Right? False. Now, of course, that's lurking there in that understanding of vanity as arrogance, because the idea is you have an artificially or a falsely high view of yourself. But it can give us the wrong impression, which is why other translations sometimes will use the word meaningless or futile. And these are all getting at different aspects of the meaning of this word. In the Hebrew text, hevel. Hevel, what is this? Well, it does mean false. Sometimes hevel means false. It's referring to something that promises what it does not deliver. Something that promises what it does not deliver. It promises one thing, but it's lying. It's false. It's hevel. It doesn't deliver. Another meaning of the word is it's elusive. It's like you keep trying to grab it, but you can't. It's like always just out of reach. You keep striving after it. Or sometimes hevel, it means meaningless. It means something that it's a vapor. It's here today, it's gone tomorrow. It accomplishes nothing really, and it has no lasting significance, no true purpose. It's meaningless. And the illustration that the preacher gives here is he says it's like chasing the wind. So once again, I am indebted to the Lord of the Rings. Has anybody ever seen the first Lord of the Rings movie, The Fellowship of the Ring? Anybody? Okay, if you haven't, go watch it. In the first movie, there's this moment where the wizard, Gandalf, he's sitting with the hobbit, Bilbo, and they're smoking these pipes. Yes? And Bilbo, he's fancy, he's sophisticated, so he smokes his pipe and he manages to blow a ring of the smoke from the pipe. Yes? And then what does Gandalf do? Always to show Bilbo up, Gandalf, because he's a wizard, he blows out the smoke from his pipe and it creates a ship that sails through the ring. Now here's the point. Here's why this is a good illustration. This ship that the wizard creates, is it a real ship? No. It's made of smoke. And so to the extent that you are deceived into thinking that the ship is real, it's false. It is hevel. It's not the real thing. Yes? Worse, if somehow, and we're stretching the bounds of the analogy here, but if you were to somehow be deceived into thinking that it was an actual ship and you tried to set sail in it, you would drown because it's not actually a ship. Secondly, when you try to reach out and grab it, if you were to try to reach out and grab that ship, what are you going to get? A fistful of nothing, because you're grasping at smoke. And it won't stick around because it's just vapor. It's meaningless. It is a passing thing of no significance. And this is hevel. Hevel. And the problem, says the preacher, is that all of life is this. Life is chasing the wind. Life under the sun, says the teacher, promises much and ultimately delivers very little. Life under the sun is elusive. We keep chasing something that we can never quite catch. Life under the sun is ultimately meaningless. It is a passing thing, here today, gone tomorrow, with no real lasting impact. Is anybody depressed yet?